All right, guys, in order to be more educational, I'm going to continue my series on showing you how we trade on an intraday basis based on the stocks on the watch list. Now, some of these weren't on the watch list video last night. They showed up today as pre-market gappers or volume spikes throughout the day or something like that. But I'm just going to go over a few of them to give you an idea what we do in the chat, because we're not a guru type chat room that's all circled around me, and you see the term furu on Twitter a lot. Our room's nothing like that. I'm nothing special. I'm the head moderator of the room, but I'm nothing special. I have good trade ideas. I have some bad. I have some that don't work, right? I do preach all the time proper position size, and I teach people to trade safely. But no, I'm no guru or anything like that. What we really are is a group of traders exchanging ideas, sharing trading methods and trade ideas, with each other. And we have a Q&A every day during lunch, and I can project charts and show people what I'm looking at and everything. But I also try to do that as the day's unfolding if I have a setup occurring. So I'm just going to show you a few from today. GRUB was on our gap playlist. I'm showing you 2-minute candles, and it put in a high at 21, a lower high, and a lower high still. I said if this breaks this 2-minute candle's high, which was 20.90, and a stop below it at 20.73, so that's not too bad. What, 17 cents risk? And there's a break, and these are 2-minute candles, so 2, 4, 6 minutes, it's up almost a buck. It actually made a buck in 8 minutes. All right. And look what happens, just to show you why we're day traders, right? So we're scaling out into that, and then look what happens. Comes all the way down, takes out the lows. So if you just bought that and went to lunch and you came back right here, you took a loss, right? And then ended up, look how strong this thing ended up. So anyway, but this initial move was what I was looking for as a gap play. Okay, so there's an example. Weight Watchers, WTW, we already had, I think, on the watch list last night. And when it looked like this, and actually the next candle started to come up, I said, I jumped on the mic and said, I like WTW if it breaks the high of the day over 11. And pretty quickly, look at that. So this is what I try to do. I try to find things that work, that should work. That's the best way to put it. That should work immediately if they trigger. Immediately meaning within the first couple minutes, because I hate being underwater in a trade. So that's what I try to do. If you ever join our room, that's my main focus. I want something that's going to work right now. Okay, so I don't sit in anything hoping. I just wait for setups that should work right now. Weight Watchers is another good example. Grubhub was a good example. There's just immediate feedback. You can start selling and put your stop to break even after that, right? BOOT. Couple of our members. We had this on, no we didn't. We didn't have this on watch at all, but it was big yesterday. So a couple of our members, Jane and Ramesh, they're both very good traders, posted this as it started to come back up. It wasn't through the high of the day yet. I'd almost have to use 2-minute candles, but posted it when it got to 7:48, and I said, hey, I agreed with them, and I jumped on the mic and said, I like this BOOT. If it breaks the high of the day, wouldn't give it more than 20 cents, and look at that. So from, I think the actual trigger was 7:54. It ended up going up to 8:57, right? And it happened right away. That's what we look for, setups like that. INO was from our watch list. So again, if you're wondering how we trade some of our watch list plays, INO gave a nice setup. I had it on Bounce Watch, and if you notice, these are 5-minute candles. For the opening 20 minutes, it's in a fairly narrow range. So I just said, hey, over the high of the day, this could work, right? 610, 599 stop, and we got to move almost to 640, all right? I don't really care where it is now, but again, you notice after the trigger, pretty quickly, right? You're in the green, and you can start scaling out. We also have volume mentions, okay? I mentioned WATT, which we already had on watch. I mentioned WATT on this volume spike. I said it's getting volume right here. You can see sellers came in. Now, I don't want to be deceptive. I didn't make an official call here, but it's just an example. We already had this on watch. A bunch of us had it on chart. And so when you see the volume come in, you see it stopped at 6. So anyone in our room could have said, okay, I like this through 6. I wasn't astute enough to put that idea out there, but look at that. Then it rips. So we were actually, this was available to our members below 6 or right at 6. And then it rips to almost 655. So there's another example. And then I'll give you one from one of our great traders, Okie. OKIE in the chat room, Sally's Beauty Holdings, all right? Actually, he called this as a short. He called this as a short right below this red candle right here with a high of day stop, which was 29.49. And look at this. It fell all the way down to, I don't know how low it went, 28.07, something like that. And now it's back to the high of the day. Don't care. We're day traders, right? It's actually closing pretty strong. Probably should be on watch tomorrow, for a follow-through move. But there are some examples of what we look for on an intraday basis. So don't want you to think we're just a watch list and then we don't do anything with it. Some of the stocks that we have on watch, and we have catalyst or we have trigger prices that I give you the night before, I don't always catch those because I might be trading a morning gap play, and one of our overnight watch list stocks breaks the trigger that I was looking for it to break in the opening 5 minutes. I might be looking elsewhere because I do focus most of my attention on the morning gap plays in the opening 5 or 10 minutes. So generally, if something that I put on watch triggers on a price that I tell you I like, and it triggers in the first 10 minutes, generally I don't get it. But anyway, doesn't matter. Got a great group in there. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. You can always shoot me an email. Find the contact on our website. And I will probably continue to do this. Probably continue to put out videos showing you what we did with some of the stocks we had on watch, and then there'll be some stocks that again we added as gap plays and that sort of thing too. All right. So I'm gonna quit babbling. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you later.